Hello, hello everybody, welcome back. We are just getting ready for Dormant Realm Wednesday, because we could not do it on Monday, I was way too tired. But, we have a couple of things to go over. Of course, we've got the patch notes to talk about throughout this day. But we also have an upgrade for the Wyvern, thanks to No Hatred from last week, who provided us with a level 2 DPS ring. So once again, thank you so much to No Hatred for the burst aerator increase. So we're gonna go from 12.5% activation time increase to 15%. Which brings us from... Let me find the right implant here. Hello, Jimmer. Welcome. So it brings us from 70,847 to... 72,930 before any boost or increase. Hello, Schnoopy. Hello, RPG. How you doing today? Hello, Vildra. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so this will give us a new amount of DPS that we can refer to, so let's check that out real quick. I did bring some fuel with me today. Hello, Trills. How you doing today? Alright, nice and full on fuel. Thank you all so much for your donations and helping me keep this ship running. Alright, so I am... Oh, let's see who's here. Yeah, I should be fine. I'm gonna start inviting people. I guess I'm gonna get Trilla, Vildra, and RPG in here first. Trilla. I don't even know if I have Vildra in here. Oh, Topside, how you doing tonight? RPG. And... What else did I say? Vildra. Do I not have you? How do I not have you, Vildra? You've been here so often. My goodness. Apparently you're on my contact list, I just don't have you. I don't know. Because you what? How does that work? What? Says you're on my list, but you don't show up. That's wild. Alright. In-game message. Yep, I'll get you in. So, I know we're all pretty on edge about the new patch notes that Dormant Realm is going to have changed on the 25th. But if you guys have any other comments or thoughts about it that I haven't gone over yet, we'll absolutely talk about it today. So first off, I'm going to quickly check out my new DPS amount, because it will be really nice. Oh, it's taking a minute to load the game. There we go. Alright. 127,000. Yeah, that is true. The patch notes don't say how hard the new challenge mode is gonna be.
Docking request accepted.
That's definitely a problem as well. I figure that if you're already running Dormant Realms in level 10, then challenge mode might be just a little bit more difficult. I doubt they'll go like really wild with it, but they could. It's not the first time that they've dropped something like extraordinarily hard on us, and not told us how hard it was going to be. They did that with Sancha content as well. When they first released the full Sancha invasion, a lot of those anomalies were a lot harder compared to what we thought it would be. Hello, Joshua. How you doing today? Yep, I already have my first fleet here ready, so we'll get you in about 15 minutes. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let me just check my implant real quick, make sure I have the right setup here. Yes. Awesome. Hello, 2KEV. How you doing today? Game is definitely taking a little bit longer to load today. I can feel it.
Undocking.
Do you guys think we're going to be limited to just 10 runs on Dormant Realm now? Or do you think they're going to change it to where normal runs are infinite? Yep, in about 2 weeks from now. So my worry is that if they're changing Dormant Realm, they could also be implementing a new, like, targeting for the Centrum. Right now, oh yeah, thank you for the 9 months of subscriptions. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Jody. You've been a lot of help as well.
We're being warp
So, if they're gonna be changing Dormant Realms to be just level 10 and then making the new challenge mode, they could also be changing how the AI of all of these enemies works. And that makes me a little bit nervous if the super carrier cannot fake the Chaos Storm like it does now. Right now, I can rely on my heavy fighters to fake the Chaos Storms that spawn. But if I can't do that after the update in the challenge mode, that's gonna be a massive problem. So I definitely, like, for the first challenge run we do, I want to have a full team of players who are willing to yeet themselves at it. Yeah, a Logifax would help, just to be sure. But I also kind of don't want a Logifax, only because I want to see how much damage it'll actually do to us. If it's not a huge amount more than what we're already dealing with, then it won't matter. But if it's like an extra 20% more damage on that Chaos Storm, and it's not targeting the fighters, we're gonna have a huge problem. Alright, first run of the day done. Very nice.
Docking request accepted.
But yeah, if you guys are in a position where you can join with... Yeah, the current level 10 that we're running right now will just be considered the normal mode. But if you guys have, ships that are set up to run Dormant Realm 410, and you're willing to yeet yourself against the new challenge mode, we might do a thing where we do, depending on how many runs we're limited to, but we might do like 10 runs of challenge mode, and then we'll do all the regular normal modes. Challenge mode would be only for those people that are willing to do the hardest content. Yeah. Right. I don't mind having a harder mode, but I really don't like that they're removing level 1 through level 9. they need to keep level 1 through level 9 for those people that are still learning the Dormant Realms. Or maybe they just don't have access to the ships to run those harder realms. Maybe they don't even have the skills. That's just like the worst change they could have done.
Undocking.
Run away! Run away! Who was that? Oh, that's RPG.
We're under attack.
Yeah, a lot of these changes I view it
We're under
as
attack.
just trying to get more money out of the
We're
game,
under
I
attack.
guess. Especially the change where it's going to require you to have Omega. My hope is that
We're being
it only requires the fleet commander to have Omega to make the fleet for the Dormant Realm. But if it requires every player to have Omega, man, that's just not a good change. That's so true. There have been players for a long time that have advocated for content that will actively threaten our ships and get them destroyed in high sec.
We're under attack.
And we had that for a little bit with the
We're
Sancha
under
content,
attack.
which was actually quite nice. But I don't really
We're under
think
attack.
they should make Dormant Realm to the point where we're regularly losing ships if we're not prepared. We're already losing ships in Dormant Realm. But for this exact reason is why I like to run maybe a slower fit that is more consistent.
We're under attack.
Because if I'm able to very comfortably and easily complete level
Docking request
10s,
accepted.
that means I can go up a level to the challenge mode. And we might struggle a little bit, but it won't be nearly as bad as just like going full DPS and calling it a day. If all it is just a health increase, and now we're running like 4-minute or 4.5-minute runs, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be DPS increase, health increase, speed increase. Just an overall harder challenge. I'm most nervous about things like changing the way the AI interacts with us. Well, on the bright side, if there's a capacitor increase on the Centrum, that's a good thing for me. I do wonder how hard they're thinking of making Dormant Realm 1, because they're making the normal mode they're making the normal mode a little bit easier on Dormant Realm 1, but they're also increasing everything for the challenge mode. So I expect we'll probably have more easier Dormant 1 clears.
Undocking.
Right. Challenge mode could be a bit more difficult. I wonder what the rewards for completing challenge mode will be. Are they gonna start giving us, like, gold implants for challenge mode? What's the first completion gonna be like? Are they gonna guarantee us gold compilers?
We're under attack.
I mean, they have provided so little information in that patch notes. What those patch notes feel like is sort of like a preview of what's to come, but they weren't sure how the community was going to react, so they just put them out to see what the concerns were, and given themselves 2 weeks to try to address them. I do wonder also how well we're gonna place in the leaderboards.
We're under attack.
Because if we're able to get 4 crates every single run, that is gonna be insane for my income. We're talking about doubling the amount of crates that we get compared to what we get right now. Yeah, I don't understand why they have to remove levels 1 through 9. And my only thought on that is because they want to make the level 10 normal mode,
Docking request
Um,
accepted.
then it just makes it so level 1 through 9 fall under the same category as normal mode. I don't know. It's really odd. I would have kept level 1 through 9. Yes, 3 dreads without nano can do 410, but you're gonna need some pretty good skills. You're welcome. In the very least, if you have 3 dreadnoughts and each of them has around 14 to 18,000 DPS, you should be fine.
Undocking.
Just keep your heals active, run 4 cap batteries, just in case you're the one being targeted by the Chaos Storms, and you'll be fine. I have some really early videos of Dormant Realm 410 where I was multi-boxing with 3, Phoenix bodyguards. And each one of those had about 14 or 15,000 DPS.
We're under attack. We're being warp scrambled.
Oh, that could be interesting. It actually would go pretty well because, the lightweight ships will get targeted by the Chaos Storms, so you really don't need that fax all that often.
We're under attack.
Docking request accepted.
Here we are on run number 5. Non-ship. It would have to be the Tech 10 jump.
Undocking.
In terms of modules, though, I'm thinking it's gonna be the shield, the Lucent Moon shield refactoring. Elusive Moon Shield refactoring was somewhere around like 20 or 23 billion ISK. Just for that one rig.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, other than that, it would be the Tech 10 jump at $80 for that. What was it, $74.99 or something like that? Hello, Axe. How you doing today? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome.
We're under attack.
Yep, just about time for the second fleet. We got one more run to do after this. I do have a group of people already signed up for the second fleet, but feel free to join in for the level 6 runs if you want to join in. Feel free to join the Discord as well. We are a pretty laid-back community. Talk a lot about the in-game events and stuff that's going on. We share a lot of fits as well. I'm really proud of my
Docking
community
request
for
accepted.
helping each other as much as they do. It's very different from a lot of other Discords. Alright, one last run for this fleet, and then we will get the next fleet in.
Undocking.
One of these days I'm gonna remember to turn on my, my Starbreak nanocore and see how high that DPS goes. Right now we're at 127,000
We're
DPS.
under attack.
So an extra, what is it, 20% damage?
We're under
Could be
attack.
interesting. 15% extra damage. Central is being kind of chill today. He's not really spawning those Chaos Storms that often, which is really nice. And just because I can, I'm gonna turn this on and then I'll check the DPS of one of my flights. We'll calculate from there. Alright, 29,300 times 5.
We're under attack.
146,500 DPS. To give you an idea.
We're under attack.
I do have to thank No Hatred for the level 2 DPS rate that we have today. Yeah, it is really crazy, but that's like the low end for a lot of supers. I've still got so much to skill into, it's actually insane.
Docking request accepted.
Alright, so the first fleet is done. You're welcome, Riley. Thank you for joining. Thank you guys for joining me on the first fleet. Let me work on getting the second fleet in here. Yeah, neat, missing a 0 at the end. Alright, the people I am getting in here are going to be probably from my court. Let's see, Coralith, Tapazoid. Coralith. Tapazoid. Let's see here. Encro. Alright. Good, good. And then after that, let me mark these people complete here. Alright, so after that, we'll have the level 6 runs. You don't get friendly status. And actually, realistically, I should just remove you from the list, because you're already in court, so... Gotta be careful of my standings here, so I don't accidentally attack somebody.
Undocking.
Yeah, it is definitely taking just a little bit longer this week to load up and into the Dormant Realm. Accidentally turned on my shield extender. That's okay.
We're under attack. We're being outsprung.
You know, this just makes me really want, like, a Nyx or a Hell to go with this ship. Because if I could have DPS, Nyx, and Hell, with this ship as the primary tank, that would be a lot of fun. I think I would prefer a Nyx first. I don't know. Yeah, Starbreak and Star Melody combination is so good. But it'll be a long time before I go and get another nanocore for this ship. I was already happy with having Starbreak on it. There's no need for me to have Star Melody as well. Really? Interesting. Ah, rip. That's unfortunate. It'll come back again at some point. But we're also, like, half a month away from our next, Interstellar Bazaar, so save up for that. If you're looking to spend any money, just save up for the next Interstellar Bazaar, because that'll be sometime around April. Now, I do wonder if the changes
Docking
to
request
Dormant
accepted.
Realm are also going to be, when we get our, Interstellar Bazaar. Because it's on March 25th, which is really close to April. And being that those patch notes are 2 weeks away, it's very likely that we could see Interstellar Bazaar on the 25th. If you're wondering why I am disassembling and reassembling this Swarm Supercarrier cover module, it's because it has a 300-second reactivation delay, which does not reset unless I unequip it and re-equip it for me to go into the next Dormant Realm.
Undocking.
We spawned pretty far away this time. We might actually get the Chaos Storm dropped on us. Never mind. He's not dropping it on us.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I decided to pick up the blue and white. Just in case I have a ship later on that I want to use it for.
We're being
Like I said, I want to do, like, a cruiser or something that has the sleeper nanocore and the blue and white nanocore, or a battle cruiser with that. I think that would be really nice. Especially if it was like a Guardian battle cruiser or a Fiend. Both of those would be really nice options. Could also use it for a frigate. Yeah, I would only use it for the activatable mode. So that means I only have to upgrade it one level. I don't think there's a whole lot of stats on a blue and white nanocore that are, like, game-changing.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Given how popular Starbreak and Star Melody are, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get those nanocores as something that you can get through the Interstellar Bazaar coming up. I think NetEase looks at them and goes, yes, that's a good seller for us. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to look at, like,
Docking
all
request
of the
accepted.
nanocores and see if there's anything that is particularly really good for any slot. Okay, here's another question. On the 25th, do you think we're gonna get the T3 battleships? So, changing Dormant Realm. We haven't had a new ship in about 4 months. Actually, probably longer than that. You think too soon for the T3 battleships? You want faction battlecruisers? Yes. Absolutely. Imagine if Dormant Realms gave us, like, the challenge mode, gave us a chance to earn, like, a ship for the week. That would be nuts.
Undocking.
Make subcap launching great again, you know it. You know how tempted I am to sell everything oh, I messed that up. To sell everything I have and get an Ascendant? Yeah, I wish you luck on trying to solo the new difficulty.
We're under attack.
I have a feeling it's gonna be a whole Sancha invasion situation again. The last quote I had was 250 billion, which was actually a pretty good price. And if I was to sell all of my dreadnoughts and carriers, I could probably get one. But that was just the hull. That is without any of the fittings. I'm gonna try to bug Jinner to see if maybe I can commandeer the one that we're trying to build. And I'll just trade him all of my stuff. Or trade the Corp all of my stuff. Because I really want that thing.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, Capital Star Melody. Very important. We should be fine. I'm just gonna increase the DPS a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and bring him back.
Docking request accepted.
Yeah, having some kind of, like, Star Melody for dealing damage in a Logi Lucent Moon is really nice. I don't even think Ascendant can get Star Melody. Oh wait, yes it can if you integrate. Or Starbreak. Ooh. Ooh, that's fun. What are you doing here? Light fighter siege modification. Alright, so this will be the last level 10 run we have for the day. Everybody else will be getting level 6.
Undocking.
Okay, let's not mess this up this time.
We're under attack. We're being exploded. We're under attack. We're under attack.
The Senatron. That's funny. Yeah, we're just trying to get the young Judge super carrier over there.
We're under attack.
Nice.
Docking request accepted.
Yeah, I'm still nowhere near 555 on that. 'Cause I'm still trying to skill into damn team combat. 18 days left on that. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm 540. Alright, now we should be on the level 6 runs. Things will go quite a bit quicker now.
Undocking.
We're under attack.
Look how much damage this thing does to a level 6 Eternal Sleeper.
We're being Wolfsburg. We're under attack. We're under attack.
It's funny that you can pretty much predict what is gonna happen for nannies usually if you've been with the game long enough,
Docking request accepted.
knowing that Interstellar Bazaars are about every 4 months, knowing that they like to release new ships at certain points in the year. It's kind of fun. Wish they would give us a little bit more of like a development plan, but that's okay. Okay, so I believe we will have Viper. Trill, do you want Orbitus to have level 6 runs? So we'll have, Viper, we'll have Orbitus, and I've got 1 extra open slot. Zoid, you hit and ready? There we go. So if anybody else would like to join in for the level 6 runs, put your name in chat. Your in-game name in chat. And I will try to get you in for the next fleet.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Docking request accepted.
Alright, thank you everybody for joining the second fleet. We're going to get the third fleet up and running. We got Viper. Orbinus. Oh. Rejected. Hey. Trying to get Viper in here, but it seems like Viper might not be available at the moment. Does anybody else want a Dormant Realm carry? This may be one of your last opportunities to do so. Yeah, we're gonna probably be doing the challenge runs, Jitter. Let's see if anybody else here. I guess it's just you. Alright, maybe what we'll do is we'll just call it there then, Trails. If it's just you, then, not really, needed right now. Alright, so thank you all so much for joining me on those runs. I'm gonna jump over to Gina. Yes, thank you for joining me on the first fleet. Now, I doubt they will change the IP cost of ship loss on Dormant Realm. It's not been mentioned that there will be any changes, so I think it will remain the same. Alright. What do you think? Anyone want to take a bet on how much money we make this time around? Okay, you're betting 250? I'd probably bet higher than that. I think average for one player doing Dormant Realm is around 650 million for the income. Sometimes you'll get way higher, and other times you'll get a little bit lower. I've seen as low as like 350 or 400 million on a really bad day.
Docking request accepted.
Alright. Fastest run today was 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Let's see what we get. So we're gonna get somewhere around 150 million from opening the boxes 149 this time. And then... Okay, pretty good day. 2 gold compilers there. A blue bombard. And purple. Not the greatest day, but not the worst. Let's see here. I think I still haven't sold any of the stuff that I did last week. Give that back to me. Alright, so we've got 2 of these. What are these worth on the market right now? 44. So we're just gonna assume 42. So that's 840 million there. And then we have the 1 Genesis compiler. It's gonna be about 20 million. So that's 200 million for that. Not bad. So we made about $1 billion today. Just doing our dormant realms. There's no point in me even doing these. Alright. Well, that's pretty good. 1 billion-ish. When the average is somewhere around 650 to 700 million. I'll take it. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and hopefully we'll have another good week of Dormant Realm next week. Depending on how work goes, I may be away from the game again. But I do plan to get back into the alpha grind at some point. Take care, and be safe. I'll see you on the next one.